Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this particular video, let us discuss the objectives of internal control. So first objective, what is the main intention of having this internal control? ಈ internal control ಹಿಂದೆ ಇರುವ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶಗಳು ಏನೇನು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. First one is to provide reliable data. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಎನಿ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್, ದ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ದಿ accurate information to run the business. So, with an efficient internal control, the accurate and the required and reliable information can be provided. So, internal control ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಬೇಕಾದಂತಹ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. So with this information, we can take the proper decision without any delay. So to provide the reliable data, the internal control will be necessary. Next, to promote operational efficiency. So what happens in this internal control, the work has been segregated properly. So everybody knows what work they have to do, when they have to do, and how they have to do. So this will help us to prevent the unnecessary duplication of efforts. So the same work will not be done by two person because each one has allocated different work. So this will again decreases the waste in the organization. So it will decrease in the waste and will help you to have an efficient use of resources. The use of resources will be used in the very efficient way, so that what happens if the proper utilization has happened, then the overall operational achieve efficiency can be observed. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾದಾಗ ಇಬ್ರು ಸೇಮ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಡೂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಒಂದು ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಉಳಿತಾಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಉಳಿತಾಯ ಆದಾಗ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಉಳಿತಾಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಆಪರೇಷನಲ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So to promote operational efficiency, internal control is important. Next, to encourage adherence to the prescribed policies. So what happens? The management would have laid down certain policies. ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ ಈಗ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾರಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಚೆಕ್ ವೆದರ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಈಸ್ adhering, sticking on to these policies, and they are following these policies or not. That will be that is one of the main objective. Next, to ensure that assets are safeguarded from unauthorized access or use of disposition. So what happened? Sometimes if you have seen, the assets of the company will get stolen, or it will be misused, or it will be destroyed. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಳಸಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಹಾಳಾಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್. ಕೆಲವರು ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಕದೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಟು ಸೇಫ್ ಗಾರ್ಡ್ ದಿ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಮುಟ್ಟೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ they should make sure that only the authorized persons will touch the assets, use the assets. ಕೇವಲ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಬಳಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮಷಿನರೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಂದ ಮಷಿನರೀಸ್ ನ ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಆ ಮಷಿನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಳಸಿದಾಗ, ಅದು ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಕೈಲಿ ಮಷಿನ್ ರನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅವರು ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಬಳಸೋ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆಗಳು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So that has to be taken care. The safeguard assets should be safeguarded. Then the existing assets. So ಈಗ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ನ ರನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So they should give a regular intervals. For the machine also they should give regular intervals. Then they should continue the work. So if proper decisions can be taken based on this, who should touch the asset, who should handle the asset, for how long the assets have to be run. So all these things can be done with the help of internal control. Next, to ensure that transactions are executed in accordance with management's general or specific organization. ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ. ಎನಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟಿನ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇಂದ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುವಂತಹದ್ದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, to evaluate the efficiency of performance in all aspects of business activities and to highlight the weakness. So internal control is required to measure the performance of the organization, and if any loopholes are there, any weaknesses are there, then they can immediately react to that. For that also this internal control is very, very important to ensure that all transactions are promptly recorded in the correct amount in the correct appropriate and in the accounting period in which these are executed. ಸೊ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಚೆಕ್. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಹೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ಗೆ ಸೇರಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅದೇ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ಗೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ವೆದರ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಚೆಕ್ ವೆದರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ sticking on to all accounting policies and practices. They are following all accounting standards given by various institutes. All this can be ensured by the internal control. So this is the objectives of internal control. Next, let us check one of the important question, that is principles of internal control. So what are the principles of internal control? First one is competent and trustworthy staff. So people who are in charge of the internal control, there are some people who will be appointed for the internal control system only. For internal control system only, they will appoint the staff. That staff should be highly competent. They should be honest. Okay. If they don't have any proper knowledge, or if they are not honest to themselves, if they are not truthful, then again it will spoil the efficiency system of the organization. So the people who have been hired for the internal control system, they should be honest and truthful, and they should be trustworthy staff. Records of financial and other organization plans. So they should have a documentation. They should file, record, and classify everything. So what and all the documents they have in the organization, everything should be properly filed. It should be properly recorded, and it should be classified based on their characteristics. Segregation of duty. So the people should be allotted with what duties they have to do. They should have a separate department of the internal control, so that that internal control department will allocate the work to other departments, and they will check whether they are properly doing it and there is no duplication of work. So that is also one of the principle of internal control. Next is supervision. So this internal control system should go and review that whether the operations of the organization is going according to how it was planned. So this supervision makes the internal control more effective. They should go and review ಕೆಲಸ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಏನಾದ್ರು ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ. So this all aspects should be taken into consideration by the internal supervision. Next, authorization. So as we have already discussed that all the transaction, whatever it takes place, especially in terms of financial transactions, it should be properly authorized. So everybody should know that who is his superior. So the authority of each person should be well defined. So everybody, each person will have his own share of authority and own responsibility. So he should know how much authority he have and how much responsibility he has. So that will has to be ensured in the internal control. Next, sound practices. So the company should follow all good practices, the procedures and policies should be according to the law only. It should have a good practices, and the delegation of authority, responsibility, everything should be properly defined. Next, internal audit. So internal audit is a part of internal control. So under internal control, this internal audit comes. So this internal audit is verifying the books of accounts by the own staff of the company before the external auditor comes and audit. So external auditor ಬರೋಕಿನ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲಿ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಕೈಲಿ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸೋದೇ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಆಡಿಟ್. Next is accounting controls. So it is very much important that the proper accounting information system should be established. The proper accounting softwares have to be brought, and it should be properly recorded, and all the accounts have to be properly prepared in an organization. So that is also one of the duty of an internal control department, to check that the accounting controls have been properly ensured. So this was the objectives of the internal control system and the principles of internal control system. Hope you have understood this video very well. In my next video, I'll come back with the advantages and disadvantages of internal control.